Okay, so yesterday, remind me, what did we identify this as? Okay, we identified this as a hyperbola where theta was it pi over 4? Okay, and we did all of our algebra magic. This one wasn't that bad.
No, this one was fine.
Okay, what did we end up with?
X prime squared over 8 minus y prime squared over 8
Equals 1. Okay. So we have the XY axis. Okay? And we are going to graph this, and we're going to kind of, basically we're going to use a trick. We are going to draw an X prime and Y prime axis and graph on that. But then when we look at our XY axis, it will look like a rotated conic. Okay? So since our angle is pi over 4, I'm going to take the x-axis and I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. And I'm going to take the y-axis and counterclockwise I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. Okay, now if I were you, I would take my paper and I would turn it to where that y prime axis is vertical for me. I can't do that with my board. It's just not going to happen, okay? So I'm just going to tilt my head. But now this green axis that I've drawn up here, this is what we're going to graph on now, okay? So notice how our equation is in terms of x prime and y prime. And we've drawn x prime and y prime axes. Okay? So on the x prime, y prime plane, what kind of hyperbola do we have? Vertical or horizontal?
Horizontal.
Thank you.
The
The x squared is the one that's positive. We have a horizontal. Okay. Where a squared is 8 and b squared is 8. I am not going to make you label any of your points on here. Okay? I just want you to graph it. You don't even have to find the foci for me. I just want you to plot the vertices, plot, in this case, the asymptotes, and draw it. Okay? Whatever you need for your shape. So, our center is at the x prime, y prime, 0, 0. And we have a horizontal hyperbola with vertices that are radical 8 away. Well, radical 8 is almost 3. Okay. When we draw a hyperbola, we think about B away from the center. Did I do that? Right. We draw a rectangle. I drew a diamond, didn't I? Hold on. You guys get to like rotate your board or your paper. Okay. Don't draw a diamond, draw a square. There, that looks better, doesn't it? Sorry about that. Okay, So draw your rectangle. In this case, it's a square because A and B are the same. And through the diagonals of our rectangle, we plot our asymptotes. So then we can take our vertices and approach said asymptotes. Then if you turn your paper back to normal, you see that we have a hyperbola, a horizontal hyperbola that got rotated 45 degrees.
Yeah,
You did the same thing I did. You did the diamond. You need to, from here, you need to make boxes.
Oh, yeah, that box is what matters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If this is the X prime, Y prime. Oh yeah, you need your box needs to look like this. You made a diamond like I did. Okay, when you draw your rectangle, your vertices are midpoints of your rectangle. The B points are midpoints of your rectangle. Okay, it's very tempting. I mean, I did it up here the first time. It's very tempting to just connect those 4 dots, but then it doesn't help you actually draw your asymptotes. Make those the midpoints. Okay. If you have an ellipse, plot A away, plot B away, draw your ellipse. If you have a parabola, okay, plot your vertex. You will need the focus and directrix so you can make the correct shape, okay? But really it's just a matter of redrawing that X prime and Y prime axes and then plotting it on that, okay? So we have a little more than 20 minutes left in class. A lot of us, I would say a majority of us, I don't know about all, not officially all, need to go back to 22 because a lot of us made the mistake of the angle, or some of us didn't quite get there, okay? So if you have a problem or 2 or 3, you need to go back and do the algebra 4. That's your first priority. After you get all of the algebra done for the problems I assigned you last night, then you need to go in and fill in all of the graphs. So you will have 4 graphs because remember number 19 we did the algebra 4 in class, but you do need to go back and do the graphs. If there is no room in your homework to do the graphs, just do the graphs separately on another piece of paper, that's fine. Okay? But the time is yours to work on it. Now, if you are making a mistake, like you're not getting to here and you can't find your mistake, let me know because I have my work that I can compare to your work. Okay? Yeah. Let me stop the recording quick, okay? All right. I should see pencils moving for everyone.